Alright, welcome back to a slightly belated journey through Eorzea. I am Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. We are still in the Waking Sands. I've decided that I'm going to do the Binding Coil of Bahamut for a couple of reasons. One, um, it kind of caps off the end of A Realm Reborn's like 2.0 story. Um, and two, because it has been so long since I've played the Binding Coil of Bahamut, I actually don't remember what happens in that raid. The only challenge of this being, of course, that I can see is that I have not played that people aren't exactly playing Binding Coil, and if they are playing it, odds are they aren't doing stories. So I'm probably going to have to run this through Party Finder. I had also thought about just doing it unsynced and then just blowing through everything, but I thought that would kind of cheapen the experience a little bit. And I'm trying to make it at least somewhat authentic. So, with that said, I didn't even realize it's a quest line. I went to the New Game Plus. I'll even show you. Well, I can't show you actually. Well, yeah, but you can do like an actual, like you see, like an actual Binding Coil of Bahamut, and then it tells you to go talk to Urianger. So I was a couple rooms away over in the Solar, and then it was like, yeah, go over and talk to Urianger. So that's what we're doing, and that's where we're at, and let's get going. When the Cenary moon did wane, there was sounded a blood-curdling roar. A new primal had aroused, and the portents gave us to believe one whose identity yet lieth beyond our ken. By thy hand 3 primals have since been vanquished. As each returned to the Aether, 'twas observed that tremors foreshadowing this fourth grew in strength and frequency both. The being doth quicken, and in time it shall become a scourge upon the land. Yet even as we pondered a course of action, a benevolent soul did rise, one who would forestall this threat. Though she be tender in years, she is of true heart and steadfast of resolve. She would oh my gosh, I can't speak, I'm sorry. Solicit thine aid, if thou art willing to proffer it. Lest thou wonder, thus maiden is of our order. Thus did the antecedent straightways consent that thou shouldst assist her however thou mayest. As soon as thou art able, he thee to Wineport, where thy parishioner doth await thee even now. Thou shalt certainly find her visage strikingly familiar. Alright. I'm sorry. I'm, illiterate in Urianger speak, so we'll do that. But yeah, we're going to Wineport. I mean, it's been a couple days since I've been able to play, because new job, what have you. I also had a friend over, and we've been kind of churning through the divisions, so... but we are going to Wineport, and let's see who we got to talk to. I'm still mostly for, like, slow travel. Oh, it's Eorzea. That's right. Oh, yeah, that's part of it, too. This is kind of where my understanding is, like, that's kind of where Eorzea's character kind of gets developed a little bit, so I figured that's also important, because she becomes, like, a main part of the cast later, so... It has been a while, adventurer. As you recall, my brother Alphino took the liberty of introducing us when we first and last we met. But for the sake of propriety, Eorzea Levelure, I thank you for coming. I have heard much of your and more of your exploits. By your hand, the Black Wolf is slain and his ultimate weapon destroyed. You are possessed of great strength and courage. That much is plain. I shall have you need seen such as you, but I am to see my mission through to its conclusion. As you may be aware, the violence of Dalamud's fall changed not only the face of the realm, but also the base of the realm. Specifically, it played havoc with the aetheric currents, creating vast confluence of aether below the surface. Among the phenomena, this led to the formation of subterranean caverns at key points of stress. One such cavern lies beneath the Castrum Occidens and extends to only the gods know where. Despite appearances, Castrum Occidens is much research facility as it is a fortress. Gaius van Belzar chose this site for no other reason to probe the caverns without interference. As you went about vanquishing the returned primals, I observed a repeating wave pattern in the ether, corresponding exactly to the dates on which you were reported to have felled Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. Upon closer examination, it became clear these unique waveforms emanated from deep beneath their aforementioned stronghold. Crucially, I recorded the same pattern during the recent celebrations, and have since been given to understand this phenomena bears a disquieting similarity to one observed shortly prior to the calamity. 5 years ago, my grandfather invoked the power of the 12 that he might contain Bahamut. Alas, his efforts failed, and he vanquished together with his foe. I would know the truth of what transpired that day, of grandfather's fate, and of the metamorphosis that swept across the land. In the casting light upon these mysteries, we will find a way to cure what ails this world. It is my brief belief that the answers I seek lie and hid in the depths of the cavern. I would have you accompany me on an expedition to find them, Tiberius. If truth be told, I am not wont to rely on others, and have thus handled matters alone, yet I am not blind to my limitations. Unescorted, I cannot hope to succeed in this endeavor. I swore that I would find a way to restore peace to Eorzea. If you desire the self-same, then aid me, as you have aided my brother and the Scions. I am in your debt. You are a man of action, and I sense that we will accomplish much together. But let us not waste any more time. As I mentioned, Castrum Occidens straddles the cavern I wish to explore. If I am to have a hope of reaching it alive, I will need you to infiltrate the stronghold first and locate a path into the depths. Once you have done so, pray report your success to Storm Private Jabroka. You may consider her my assistant here in Wineport. I have every faith that you will not fail me. 12 speed your way, Tiberius. All right. So we're gonna go carve a path, I guess. It's totally fine. I'm totally down to do that. So let's go to Castrum Occidens. I know that the game said that I have now unlocked flying, but I am going to wait until we get to the part of Heaven's Ward where you would normally unlock flying for the first time, because the whole... Is that like a thing? It is. It's like a thing, isn't it? Alright, tangent timeout. We're going to kill this thing. But first, let me get my boy Mjolnir here. But yeah, anyway. So, yeah, I just, like... Flying was not, like, an original thing that, like, existed in the whole thing. Did I get anything for that? I did. It's awesome. So I'm gonna wait until you would otherwise get that, and then I will start flying. I don't really want... I just walked through that door. That was great. But yeah, so I'm gonna wait for that. And then I'll start flying places. I kind of think there's something lost by flying everywhere. Flying is very cool, and I like flying a lot. But that said, like, I don't know. Alright, where am I going? Oh, exploratory site gate. Okay. I'm gonna slowly pad down this gate while these dudes are here. Okay. Can I walk through it? No, I can't walk through it. Now I'm going back. Okay. But yeah, so I think it's just like flying's cool. I like to fly as much as the next guy, you know? But I just kind of want to really... I don't know. There's no way you can, you know that saying, you can never go home again, right? Like, it's never going to be exactly what it was, and I totally get that. And as we've stated a few times already, like, you know, there's limitations sort of thing, but I want it to be, like, as pseudo facsimile to what it originally was as it can be, for the sake of documentation, right? So, but I'm kind of excited to do this. I haven't done the Binding Coil in a really, really long time. Like, probably like 6 years, I think. So, alright. I've been expecting you, Tiberius. By your coming, I take it you have successfully located the cavern entrance inside Castrum Occidens. So that's where it's to be found. Marvelous. Oh, but allow me to properly introduce myself. Jabroka is my name. And that name gets me, I don't know. It is an honor to serve Lady Eorzea, though for reasons of convenience, at present I also serve the Maelstrom. This uniform accords me certain privileges, you see, in particular ready access to the Maelstrom's regional scouting reports. They provide a wealth of local knowledge, including information on secret passages. But enough about me. I shall notify Lady Eorzea of our discovery, and she may prepare for the expedition. Though I don't doubt your abilities, none can say what dangers lurk beneath the Castrum Occidens. For my lady's sake, and as well as your own, please spare neither preparation nor caution. Pray choose your companions well. I just realized something. I'm really hoping... Okay, so it's accessible now. The concern I have is, you know how like sometimes you do quests, and then it goes like, oh yeah, we gotta do like some talking in between? If I get a party finder together, now they're not gonna want to watch that. So I don't know. I might have to stitch this together. Like, go through, and then, I don't know. It's either going to look like kind of this is gonna look decent or it's gonna look awful. So we'll see it. In the meantime, you know what? Let's pretend. Wait, well, first let me figure out what this actually wants me to do. Okay, so quick cut here. I'm actually on the third time trying to record this because when they did the new game plus for the Binding Coil, they did it in a really weird way, and let me explain what I mean. So when you go out initially, you go and you talk to Eorzea and everything, and Eorzea and the whole thing, and then you go here, and then it says, "Hey, the Binding Coil is unlocked," and you go, "Cool." But then it tells you, "Hey, the next thing you need to do is go back and it says before accepting the quest, you can play the cutscene." And I thought that means the intro cutscene. Okay. And then it proceeds to show me every cutscene for the entirety of Binding Coil. And I'm like, but that's not what I'm looking for. I don't. So I stopped it and I went back. And then I tried to do it instead. Like actually do like I was like, all right, I'm gonna do a quick blind run. So here's how it works. I have to, at this point, enter the Binding Coil, play the Binding Coil as normal, get the cutscenes as normal, and then like go and talk to them afterwards, and then I'll unlock the second coil afterwards. It's really weird. Like it acts like it basically does not make doing the coil as a prerequisite for actually unlocking the next like set of like quests, so to speak, whether you talk to Eorzea and Eorzea and stuff. It doesn't require you to do that. So you can just unlock everything, get everything done. And it's like, oh, you did it, good job, without actually playing any of Binding Coil. I don't know why they did that, but they did. So we're going to now, at this point, cut from here and then move into when I actually get into Binding Coil. So here's the current plan. My current plan is to do it with people, if I can get somebody. If I can't get somebody in a reasonable amount of time, then I'm either going to have to outsource it and see if I can like really go for it like on a weekend or something, or like, you know what I mean? Because I mean like it's a Monday, you know. So I don't know if I can get people to do Binding Coil, but we're gonna try, and we're gonna see how we do. So with that, we'll get there when we get there, I guess. All right. So here's the scoop. I tried going on Discord to see and find somebody. I tried doing Party Finder. I tried doing Party Finder on a different data center that's more populated. I did not get anybody at all. I didn't get anybody. I thought, all right, we'll gauge interest, like maybe see if I get like 2-3 people, figure it out. It it's not going to happen. So here's the plan. We're going to do it unsynced. It's not going to be ideal in terms of like how pretty it is, but we will get the story, which is good. Then what we're going to do is I eventually had a plan that after I was done with the whole MSQ, I was going to go back and try and do like raids and dungeons and things of that nature that don't really have any stories. I mean, they have their own stories. Like if you do a raid series, it has a story, but dungeons and stuff that are like optional dungeons just to catalog them, at which time I will catalog the fights, like the actual way they're supposed to be played in Binding Coil. This is not my first choice, but it's either do it this way or don't do it for either a very long time or at all. And I really want to get the story going for this, so we're gonna do it unsynced. It's not gonna be the most charming thing ever to watch me just murder everything, but let's just accept that. Use your imagination, if you will, and if you really, really want to see the fights from Binding Coil, they will be here eventually, just not right now. So my humble apologies. We're going to move on without it for the time being, and maybe someday in the future we can actually get the fights from Binding Coil in a proper setting. But I really want to get this part of the story because it does cap off ARR, and that's important to me. So let's go ahead and get that going. All right, so here we go. Here comes the unsynced dungeon raid series of the Binding Coil. We're gonna pretend, for the sake of I don't know what the word I want to use for here, but continuity. My joke about the fact that I'm a time traveler is going to apply here, and like I said, I just can't get over like that I couldn't get a single. When I did this years ago, I was like, people were like, yeah, that's cool, let's do it. not this time. It's not happening. So, yeah, so we're going to be doing this unsynced, but we are still going to read all the cutscenes and do everything, so hey, it's party time, let's do it. So roll with me, let's enjoy the best we can out of this, and enjoy Binding Coil. The scars left by the calamity. I can scarce breathe for the surfeit of Aether. Tell me, have you ever seen corrupted crystals such as these? Such crystals manifested across the realm when the course of the great river of Aether was irrevocably altered 5 years ago. Behold, one of the objects that caused the alteration, a fragment of the lesser moon Dalamud. Ancient Alad created a Dalamud, or a meteor, to use Garlean name, to serve as a celestial prison of Bahamut. Its fall inflicted grievous wounds upon the land, wounds that have yet to heal, and is evident from the corrupted crystals. I remember fighting this thing before, and it was like actually like not like hard, but like we actually try. We will not be trying. Amazing, Dalamud's internal defenses still function in spite of everything, a testament to the ingenuity of the Alligans. The Garleans seek to appropriate their advanced technology, I am certain of it. We are about to come face to face with secrets that have long lain buried within the sands of time. Great dangers may lie beyond, but we have come too far to turn back. The truth of the calamity is within reach. Alright, damage dealt, healing potency, and maximum HP are increased by 300%. Can't imagine how this could go wrong. Watch this. Oh no, it's a boss. Psych. Not anymore, it's not. So yes, we are busted OP. We are One Punch Man for this particular raid series. But, you know, such is life. Gods preserve. Dark wings that would engulf the very heavens. Those could only belong to Bahamut, the primal who laid Eorzea to waste 5 years ago. At Cartano, my grandfather sought to imprison Bahamut anew by invoking the power of the 12. Alas, the dread realm proved too powerful, and he soon broke free of his confines. Yet instead of resuming the destruction he had begun, Bahamut vanished, whither to no one knew until this day. But I do not understand. If Bahamut is truly a primal, how is it he retains his physical form? Did Grandfather defeat him, or is there some other explanation? We must press on if we wish to learn the truth. Yeah, I could have watched like this whole cutscene series without actually going in here, and I realized that since I'm trivializing the battles, it kind of makes no sense. I don't understand what the deal with like seeing like Louis Soir, I believe, standing behind us is yet, but we'll see. But I was like, well, even if I had to blow through it and like some of the mystical like actual exploration is kind of trivialized, we're still gonna do the best we can. In an effort to not say this, I'm just saying like the only reason I'm so apologetic is I'm just so disappointed that I couldn't get anybody to actually come with me on this right now. Like, could I? Maybe, but then I'd have to like leave and come back, and it's like I really want to do. Like, consider it my OCD, right? Like, I want to do things in order, and I can't do things in order while also waiting, you know? I don't have infinity time, so unfortunately, that's not on the table. So, certain sacrifices must be made in the interest of time in the short term, and that is. And with that, I will try not to complain about this any further. I'm just... To quote myself, having said this many a time in my life, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. So, let's get through here, murder everything, and trivialize it completely, and then figure out what we can do. This place is cool. The music is just a remix, but I think it's pretty good. I enjoy it. I don't know. I kind of wonder, like, they seem to have learned like a lot from like raids and stuff from them. I mean, especially if you consider like Alexander. Did I just get an achievement for mapping the realm? What? Okay, so fun fact, I know with 100% certainty that I have done Binding Coil before. Did I just... Oh, wait, you know what I think happened? Alright, I don't know this. But there's like all this stuff on the side that I'm doing, right? Where I'm killing all this stuff. I don't think I ever actually, like, explored everything, so it didn't technically count it. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We are now getting... We're getting Mapping the Realm achievements in 2026. So, I was not expecting that at all. Because I know I've done this before. I was like, what? I don't understand that at all. But, yeah, sure. But it doesn't matter. It's cool. Alright. Yeah. This whole thing's been a weird experience, this whole try to do Binding Coil thing. Alright, as I said, try to use your imagination. There's a bunch of us here. We're all low level because of level sync, and this snake thing is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. It's very scary. It's certainly not going to kill me. Well, thing's following me. That's interesting. But yeah, it's very dangerous. Very scary. Could definitely murder me for sure. There you go. I did it. But yeah, I'd rather do this than do the where you just watch the cutscene in a room somewhere. That just doesn't make sense to me. Also, I don't know what this treasure coffers give you. They gave me a bunch of weird tombstones. I don't know if they're for... I assume they're for gear or something, but my inventory's already, like... If you look at my inventory, it's already stupidly full, so we're gonna be not doing that. We're just gonna move on to turn 2. Alright. I am enjoying it, though, because even though we're not doing, like, the actual dungeons, like... And by that I mean, like, you know, in a legitimate way, I just don't remember any of this at this point. This musical cue, it reminds me of Bleach. This, like, soft string instruments thing they've got going on. It's not that song, but it reminds me of the beginning of a song like that. So, I'm gonna hope I can get through this. Because I just realized if there's any mechanics in this where, like, you have to split up or something, I'm gonna be in really rough shape, and then we might have to go back after all. I was just thinking, like, I don't remember what the raids are like. They're not, like, a standard sort of thing, right? So, like, what if... Hear me out. What if... we go through this, and while we're going through this, it goes, yeah, you gotta do this thing and that thing, but you can't. I don't know. Because we can't do it, like, fast enough or whatever. Like, you can't be in 2 places at one time. I'm thinking, like, you know, like a Destiny raid where you have to, like, stand on plates or something. I don't know if that actually exists. But we're gonna find out, I guess. It's either gonna be great or terrible. We're gonna find out the best way possible. This guy's aiming down sights right now. Alright. Oh, man. Remember when I said eventually there was gonna be an enemy that, wouldn't die in, like, 2 seconds? Man, did I just trivialize that entire thing? Was that the whole second turn? The raid system in the Binding Coil is also very short segments. Like that was it. That was the whole thing. I'm alright. I knew the first one was kind of short, but I didn't remember that one being that short at all. But you know what? Wait a minute. So, wait a second. What is... Let's get this. I've seen all the map, and I'm like, where does this all go? I don't know. Was I supposed to go, like, a particular way, and I didn't go there? Or... I do not understand. For all I know, I don't even have this one mapped either. Lord knows. So... I might have to look back at that at some point and see if I actually have the room mapped. Again, once again, tells you, like, how weird. Like, I was talking to my friend about this, and we were talking about, I go, why isn't this in, like, the raid series that you would go in? Like, you know when you go in the roulettes and you can do raids? Like the raid roulette? And it's just not in there, and I'm like, why? He's like, it's too weird. You couldn't put that, I mean, you could, but it would not function in a standard way, so... I really like the design of this place, though. It's cool and really interesting. This is the kind of thing I think that would really benefit from them just retooling the whole thing. Just go, oh, hey, you know that raid series that just sits there and no one plays? Redo it, man. Like, redo this whole thing so that actually you can, you know? Call me crazy, but I think that would be better than, you know... Is this like this? Or what do I... Oh, wait, okay, whoop! Alright, I wasn't... Wait, am I... Okay, I did it right. I thought it was just gonna launch me off into the abyss. I was like, no, don't do it. You think you want to do it, but you don't want to. You don't want to do that. But no, okay. All right. Just weird. Like, I don't understand why it's activating certain buttons a certain way. Okay, hang on. So that goes back out. Okay, so that was going back up. Apologies, I did. Man, when did I do... You know, I almost should look back and see, like, what the date is on when I first did Binding Coil. Because I wanted to do it, and I did it in Party Finder. But I just did it again. I'm so stupid. Wow. I wasn't paying attention. But no, I don't know when I last did Binding Coil. It had to be, like, years and years and years ago. Okay, so that one goes that way. This one goes this way. Let's go this way and actually go the intelligent way this time. Stand on this? Okay, so stand on that, and then it activates it, I guess. Alright, but like then not go backwards. Alright, so I see there's two of them this time. I'm gonna assume it's this way. That one? Yep, we're going down. Alright, cool. Yeah, I like this. It's like a remix of the like the OG theme there, like where they're fighting a Cartno. Alright, I'm gonna say it's this one. Hiya. But yeah, no, they should just retool this, like, straight up. They should just retool it, and then just be like, oh yeah, sure, right? Like, I don't understand. Like, they're doing everything... I mean, I'm not saying they won't, right? They're already redoing all the everything else, right? So, like, who's to say they wouldn't do that? But... Alright, silent terminal. Also, I kind of like this, like, these pillars, see that Allegan, whatever? I kind of dig the whole thing that it's doing. I don't know how else to put that. Alright, I'm going down. Alright, cool. Alright, I don't see anything else, so I'm gonna say this one. I think I understand, I don't understand why it's throwing me through the loops, but I'm gonna assume the loops are a good thing. Don't see any other buttons. So this one? Alright. I wonder, you know what else I know? Even when I did it, like, however many years ago, it was kind of trivialized, right? Like, it wasn't super hard. My friend, who had done it in the very, very beginning, he said that Twintania was actually really hard. I've never done Savage, so I have no idea how hard that is. But he was like, yeah, no, this is trivial. It's, like, completely, like, a non-issue. So I was like, alright. Alright, but no. It's like, however many years ago that I did everything. I see a way across there, I'm guessing... Do I want it? Go... Well, I'm gonna say go this way. As I think, I'm looking at that, like, if it just launches me... Oh, did I just go back up? Ah, shoot. Alright. Well, we're going this way, I guess. We're exploring. You're coming along with me while we explore. Am I going back up or going down? Okay, cool. Alright, that looks important. Let's kill that thing. Alright, so another silent terminal. We're making our way downtown, walking fast, homebound. Okay. So far, so good. Alright, I'm gonna say it's this way where we go like toward the hole. Seems like going aim yourself toward the hole is like the premier like strat here. Alright. Alright, shoot that guy. Okay, so we got two of these. I see the ring. Alright, we're gonna opt that this is important because I see the ring. And then it's gonna push us over that and then down. Okay. Okay, so I probably don't want to go that one. I probably want this one. Alright. And then that one, I'm gonna want that one. I feel like I'm soloing the vaulted glass. Alright, oops. There we go. But yeah, I can see why they're like, yeah, you can't do this with like a group or whatever, but I don't know. I still think, like I said, they should just retool the thing, man. Like, why not redo it and make it like make more sense instead of this whatever this is. Okay, so we have to get over there. I don't see any way to get up there, so we're not gonna do this. I mean, like, logically go in the hole, but I don't think that's gonna apply. But I do see a silent terminal, which is ideal. Alright, so let's touch the silent terminal here. Alright, looks like something important down there. Alright, duty complete. That was it? Just going down the hole. Okay. So I'm thinking we're like progressing toward like a boss at the bottom. But then you... Yeah, man. I'm just saying, like, retool it. Like, that's really all there is to say, right? Like, just retool it. If you don't, like, it doesn't make any sense. Alright. So, that's all it was. It was just taking lifts and fighting the small monsters all the way down. Okay. So we're in a platform. I don't see anybody. Oh, silent terminal. Okay. Alright, so... Yeah, I'm guessing there's a boss? Alright. I like this whole thing where it's like, oh, the Ragnarok drive cylinder, 1,500 or like 1,524 yalms. There's a bunch of little things, those be like spiders or something. Well, they look like they're definitely... Alright, so we're going down. Alright. Another thing that's bothering me is, like, I know there are other cutscenes in this raid series, like, where it showed them to me early on. But, yeah, it's, like, not, like, really showing them to me. So I'm assuming they are even farther down. That was part of the problem, is initially it started showing me all sorts of stuff. And then I was like, I don't have any context for any of this cutscene I'm walking on. Like, what, why, where are we? Right? Oops. As opposed to, like, you know, this, where we're making our progress and going down. So I don't understand why they would show you the cutscene, even for New Game Plus, why they would show you the cutscene for that. But this is cool. Alright. So was that was turn 4? It said completion. Wow. Man, they really didn't know what they were doing, did they? Like, they really didn't have an idea of what they were trying to accomplish in terms of raids. It's just like, each turn is almost like just a section of raid. Like, they could have just put this in like 3 parts and it would have been done. Oh, no, I'm not opening that. You're not getting me. Alright, I'm assuming silent terminal again? Yes, okay. Okay. So, we've got through that. Alright, we're on to turn 5. Which is cool. I know where second coil is, but I don't remember... What? Oh, I didn't select it. Whoops. Binding coil, turn 5. Alright. This is weird. This is really weird. So, like, I guess I could have just skipped it, but... I don't know. Oh, it's the hand, okay. I do like this, though. There is, like, a cool element about this, where, like, you're going down deeper and deeper. It kind of... Alright, I know this is a very loose relation, but you ever, like, played Deep Rock Galactic and you do, like, one of the deep dives or whatever? And you keep going down deeper and deeper? Kind of loosely reminds me of that. Do not see where I am supposed to go. Oh, just jump down? Okay. It doesn't look like something I could just walk off, but apparently I can. Alright, the right hand of Bahamut. This is huge, dude. Okay, more cutscene, good. This is going rather more smoothly than I expected. It is indeed convenient to have a hero on hand. Gosh, look at the cavern should be open again, even at this depth. Huh, this resembles a finger. Huh, so it should. This is Bahamut's hand. As with the wings, it seems to be frozen, and for that I could count my blessings, but again I find myself wondering, how is it able to retain physical form? I had assumed the Bahamut's reversion to ether was the cause of the widespread changes of the realm, but if it's still here, then that theory no longer holds. What was it, then, that brought the realm's sudden regeneration? There is still so much we do not know about Cartano. So we're going to end up in Cartano at some point, or like we're just underneath it? I don't know. I mentioned it'd be cool to go there, but... I haven't the slightest inkling how deep the caverns run, but we must continue. Yeah, see, like, it showed me this cutscene, and I had no context. It's like, how far down is this? But now having run down here myself... You know what I mean? I have at least, like, a loose understanding of what's going on. Okay, I'm assuming there's, like, a boss fight here. Or something. Okay, there's a wyvern, looks like. Or wyverns. Oh, it's Twintania. Okay. This is where the Twintania fight takes place, I'm guessing. Alright. I have Twintania as a mount. It's really cool, but, like, you know. Alright. Oh no, what if he kills me? Alright, let's hit him with the arrows. Just absolutely murder him into the ground. The right hand of Bahamut is sealed off. Oh no, it's not dead. Ah! I mean, thankfully he can't do a lot of damage to me. What is this all about? Is this... Do I want to be in this? Arrow link. Okay, was that good? Oh, okay, do I want to go in that when he targets me? Like, I'm assuming, like, whoever he targets, you go in there or something? I don't know. Interesting that even with my completely busted, overpowered existence, they still make me... It's funny, it's cool. Oh no. I was gonna say, is he not gonna die? Get down here and fight me like a dragon. I ain't scared. Let's go. Where's he at? No? Alright, I'm gonna go in this puddle because I don't know what else to do. I don't know. Am I supposed to stand in this? Like, I killed the dragon, pretty much. Man, is the fight broken? I don't understand. Oh wait, no, okay, we're doing it. We're hitting me again. Alright, cool. I don't understand, like, what the trigger on that was. Alright, so I thought going in that was, like, part of this, but apparently not, so... We're just gonna keep getting hit by things. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So, in the meantime, we're just gonna have him hit us until we, can progress. I'm like... Okay, so... I'm not a complete nerd, but, I've watched... What is that anime called? It's the anime where, like, if you die in the game, if you die in real life, and I think there's been several animes like that. But it's that guy Kirito in it. I remember that. Which I can't think of what that anime is actually called, which I'm, you know, embarrassed to say. But no, anyway, there's this one part in that anime where, like, he's got all these dudes and this lady, and they're coming out, they're like, we're gonna assassinate you and kill you. And he's like, yeah, that's cute that you would say that. It's funny that you would mention that, but, turns out, yeah, no, and so they all start slicing him, but his health regeneration and defense are so high in the game that, like, they literally can't kill him. Alright, finally, get down here. I don't know why there's such a delay on that, that's so bizarre. But anyway. Weird. Alright, cool though. I'll be interested to see what, like, when I eventually come back to this fight at some point, I will be interested to see, like, how that fight is supposed to be played. Because I can't remember how it's played, and I know... I'm assuming that, like, there's something to do with the puddles and the Neuralink thing. But anyway, yeah, so, like, he can't be killed, right? And so they're just, like, freaking out because they realize, like, oh man, it's not gonna matter. Okay, this is the last one. I got at least open one. Was it? It's just a faded copy of the Thunderer, huh? I don't know what that is. At some point, you know, I'm gonna keep that one. I'm gonna see if I can figure out where this is supposed to get, like, Oh wait, that's an eye level 90. Is that from Allegan attire? I'll open that up later. Can't do that one either. Alright. We'll see what that looks like later. That's fine. But no, just like that he can't be killed. That's how I feel. Like they hit me with this giant attack thing and it's like, haha, funny. You can't actually do that. Okay. But no, now I can actually go. Now we've done that. Oh my gosh. I'm not even in new game place. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me, senpais. Okay. So now we go back to the thing we talked to Alizé. Like I said, it's very weird because what it does is it doesn't mandate that you actually play the raid to actually progress the new game plus story, which is very bizarre. So if I wanted to like get a bunch of contextless cutscenes, I could do that, but we're gonna not do that. At this rate, though, we can get through like the entire coil in like no time flat, so that should be pretty good. Alright, we'll skip that and try and speed this along a little bit. Like the way things are going, this entire raid, this whole attempt to get this raid recorded has just been the biggest debacle just ever. The only thing worse than this was when I had to redo the entire part of the thing, but yeah. I'll be interested to see. I'm almost wondering, am I going to have to... I don't think it'll be the same for when I do Crystal Tower, because everyone plays Crystal Tower anyway, where no one plays this, right? So... See, I was watching this, and they told me to come here and talk to this guy, talk to Eorzea, and I came here, and he starts referencing things, and I was like, oh yeah, that dragon. I'm like, what dragon? I'm like, I'm assuming he's talking about Twintani, because I do vaguely remember that, but I'm like, there's no context for it, so it's like, okay. Yeah, it's like, you may view the opening cutscene for the Binding Coil of Bahamut before accepting this quest. No, because we just watched all of them, so we're in good shape. Full glad am I for thy safe return. Lady Alizé hath promised me many of thy many experiences. As thou wilt doubtless be aware, Master Louisoix had my lady's grandsire, or was my lady's grandsire. Gravely concerned was I for her safety, but 'twould seem I need not have been so. With all my heart I do thank thee for watching over her. But come, thou must speak with Mistress Alizé upon which transpired within Binding Coil. May it serve to bring us closer to the truth of the calamity. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good about this. The sting of not being able to do it legit is wearing off. Shall we begin then? Eorzea, I understand you have a report of your own to share with us. Aye, my lady, even thou didst emerge from the depths, an etheric disturbance betokening primal activity was observed. In Mordona was it marked first. By comparison of time and magnitude, we have since deduced its origin, the Cartano Flats. Strange, there have been no reports of primal activity in that region. It could only have been Bahamut. That would certainly explain how we came to be in northern Thanalan. Somehow the cavern took us all the way from Vilbrand to the heart of Aldenard. Would seem so, my lady. It is all but certain, then. After Bahamut disappeared 5 years ago, he hid himself deep beneath Cartano and has since lain dormant, regenerating. Aye, my lady. Taken together with thine own account of Bahamut's continued perseverance, the land's slowness to heal and the disorder of the etheric currents do point to one conclusion. Bahamut stirreth. If left unchecked, the primal shall drink of Eorzea's life force till he doth waken and rain ruin upon the land. Okay, so we gotta stop him because he's like slowly regenerating. Alright. Rest assured, I do not mean to give up Tiberius. Bahamut may still live, but so too does grandfather. For the past 5 years, he has been keeping vigil over his nemesis, making certain that the primal does not escape. Wait, what? Master Louisoix doth yet live? I dost not hope. And thou art certain 'twas no mere manifestation of thine all too sorely felt grief? Yeah, like, I don't know. I know how desperate this may sound, Eorzea, but I saw him with my own 2 eyes, as did Tiberius. Did we? Did I miss something? But he vanished deeper into the labyrinth before we had a chance to speak. 2 more like fragments of Dalamut pierced the earth, with a lesser moon fell. One we have seen. If we can but find the other 2, I am certain we will find grandfather as well. If thou believest, my lady, then I shall too have faith. If it please you, I shall notify the grand companies of this development. All of Eorzea must stand united if we are to avert the repeated calamity. That will not be necessary, Eorzea. Being the great conciliator that he is, Alphino will seek to unite Eorzea of his own accord. If rumors are true, that endeavor is already well underway. So let us leave the diplomacy to the diplomat, while we continue our investigation of Bahamut. I swear to you, no matter what it takes, we will find my grandfather and uncover the whole truth of the calamity. Tiberius, you have heard me swear to do these things, but without your strength I cannot hope to make good on my word. The danger to Eorzea is not past, for the sake of all who abide here, I pray that you will ever be our sword in the darkness. I'm so confused. Okay, so she's saying we saw him. Here's what I saw, okay? Like, I don't know if I missed a cut. I don't think I missed a cutscene anywhere, but like, all right, hang on. Okay. Hang on. An elder-choked abyss lieth beyond the Cardinal Flats, the unholy cradle of an elder primal, and by thy hand where the truths great and terrible rested from those once celestial depths. Yet as of oft the case, an answer doth breed confusion of questions, and the unknown doth beckon with irresistible allure. Ne'er have the mysteries of the Red Moon lain so neatly within our grasp. Lady Alisaie hath sent word of her coming. 'Tis time once more to brave the precipice and leap unflinching into the jagged wound that doth gape beneath the land. Okay. Mine apologies. I trust I have not kept you waiting over long? Tiberius, I am both delighted and reassured to have you at my side once more. I would not waste your time with trivialities. Let us proceed directly to the discussion at which we have learned, and in which we hope to learn anon. Initially it was evidence of a new primal that led us to delve into the cavern beneath Castrum Occidens, and to explore the subterranean scars left after the fall of Dalamud. As you will well recall, what we found was a vast, largely intact fragment of the fallen satellite, and within the depths of the structure we discovered not the new primal we had expected, but the broken form of Bahamut himself. Yet even this great revelation would soon be overshadowed by the appearance of my own dear grandfather. I have since shared our sundry findings with Rambrose, preeminent scholar of the scions of St. Koinik, and he in turn did kindly furnish me with his theory concerning the elder primal Allegan prison. 'Twould seem that Dalamud was constructed to gather unto itself the rays of the sun, and thence channel this radiant bounty unto the Crystal Tower. The ancients saw great potential in Bahamut's capacity to manipulate the energies of otherwise unmanageable magnitude. 'Twas for this reason that they did bind him within the Red Moon to serve as its living core. Do you remember the sight that greeted us in the culmination of our journey? The colossal devices that surrounded and seemed to cradle the incomplete form of the Elder Primal? From the information provided to us by the sons of St. Koinik, we have learned that these contraptions were termed intermittent hulks, and that each bore a designation Ragnarok class. The purpose of these hulks is believed to be twofold. First, they are meant to act as binding coils, rendering Bahamut incapable of escape, and second, they mean to feed him. Perversely, the selfsame energy which prevents him from moving also serves to sustain his corporeal manifestation. Bahamut is permitted neither to die nor to truly live. He is merely allowed to be. For century upon century has the Elder Primal thus imprisoned, bound about his fetters so subtle in their working, and yet so adamant that though his cell be destroyed, Bahamut lieth yet at the mercy of his long-departed captors. It has long been held that the primals require the prayers of their faithful followers to exist, yet none alive worship Bahamut. Could it be, then, that the Allegans found a way to simulate prayer itself? It seems the only logical explanation. I would postulate, therefore, that the regenerative mechanisms in question also supply something akin to the power of prayer. Consequently, if all interment hulks were to be rendered inactive, Bahamut should dissolve into the ether. Upon the evidence of thy precious foray, we determine that the Elder Primal is sustained by 3 such binding coils. Thus we did commence to scour the realm, and found in the Twelveswood an as yet unexplored fragment of the lesser moon bearing a most familiar etheric signature. After conducting a preliminary investigation, we believe we have discovered a point in which the North Shroud fragment, the second of interment hulks, can be entered. As Eorzea's sword in the darkness, I would have you once more lead the charge. I will of course be there at your side. Once you have made your preparations, head to Fallgourd Float and make yourself known to my assistant, Serpent Lieutenant Anel. The fallen fragment is not far from the settlement, and her position provides a convenient rendezvous point. I will break these Allegan fetters, for they bind my grandfather as surely as they bind Bahamut. Yeah, I don't know what she's talking about, man. Like, all I saw, and you guys saw too, I went through the whole thing, all I saw was the back of his head, and then we turned around, and nobody was there. So they're saying they saw him, but I don't know what she's talking about like she saw him. I didn't see him, and that's gonna drive me crazy, dude. I don't understand. I mean, we'll continue on, but like I'm just saying. I don't know if like I don't think I missed a cutscene anywhere because as you guys saw, I played it as was. So I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just let's go and get the second coil unlocked and get to it. It's not gonna do itself. Tiberius Fox, I have been expecting you. My name is Anel. I have been accorded the rank of lieutenant within the Order of the Twin Adder that I may better assist Lady Eorzea with her endeavors here in the Twelveswood. Such authority has allowed me to act without interference from the local soldiery and conduct a preliminary investigation of the Aldous Springs fragment. From what we have seen in the exterior, the structure shares many common features with one you explored in Lunacia, and likely plays a host to similar complement of guardians. But I fear words alone will do little to prepare you for what lies ahead. Pray seek out my comrade to the south and west. He is charged with observing all that occurs in the vicinity of the fragment, and will be placed to show you the thing if nothing less. Alright. Yeah, man. Like, I want the story, but they make me work for it. Like, really work for it. This almost might be harder than if I actually did have a party. You know what I mean? Like, the monsters are trivialized, but everything else is up in the air. At least I'm not that guy, right? I know. Okay. So we got this Serpent Private out here. Let's see what he's got to say. What business brings you to this broken land? Unless you fancy being ground to a bloody pulp under the granite fists of a wandering golem, I suggest you bugger off. Oh, my apologies, sir. Lady Eorzea did not send word of your impending revival, or did send word of your impending arrival, but 'twould seem I have grown rather too accustomed to shooing away curious sellswords and reckless explorers. Behold, if you will, one of the fallen shards of the Red Moon Dalamud. Our initial survey uncovered no evidence of the Empire's presence, which, while fortunate in itself, meant that the approach to the fragment had yet to be cleared. After much effort, however, we succeeded in carving out a semblance of a path that would grant you access to the entrance, and that, I'm afraid, is where our progress ended. The interior, well, assuming that the architecture of this bulk resembles the first, the master controls you seek will be located on the bottommost layer, past all the ingenious and deadly defenses of which the ancient Alligans seem so indecently fond. If you would know more, I'm afraid there's nothing to do for to brave the depths in the fragment yourself. Lady Eorzea will soon be arriving in Falvegord. Pray do not tarry on your way back to Lieutenant's post. I imagine your young mistress will be most eager to commence the expedition. The road ahead promises peril aplenty, and I would humbly suggest that this is not the occasion to stint upon preparation or provisions. May the 12 watch over you. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna go and we're gonna dump this, and if we're assuming if the second coil is anything like the first coil, the first several pieces are going to be kind of trivial. It's just going to be like blow through, run through an area, and then we do all that all the way to the bottom, and there will be intermittent cutscenes. Again, I still have no idea what she's talking about in terms of like we saw dude. I don't remember seeing him except for like the back of his head like for a second. So I guess we'll find out. Master Fox, I trust the private's explanation was worth the journey. Simply securing an approach to the fragment's entrance proved a monumental task. I dare not think what defeating the inner defenses will entail. If there's aught I might do to aid you. Oh, it's Alphino. Ah, Lady Al's... Oh, my apologies. Master Alphino, has there been a change of plan? Imagine just being so similar looking to your sister that they can't even tell you apart immediately. Eorzea informed me that of the impending expedition, I merely came to exchange a few words with my fellow scion before he disappeared into the depths of the second coil. Tiberius, though I would strenuously deny it if she were present, My sister's admiration and affection for our grandsire exceeds even mine own. Upon the matter of his legacy, therefore, Eorzea won't go above and beyond the call of duty. In her grandfather's absence, she made the salvation of Eorzea her personal crusade. 'Twas that which prompted her to brave the perils of the first coil, yet the fact that she risked her life in this manner is not the greatest of my concerns. No, it is her subsequent fixation upon my grandfather's shade that worries me most. This quest to rid the world of Bahamut must not come of a quest to save a man long dead. My sister must needs to have a better reason to fight. A time will come when the fate of the realm rests upon our shoulders, and when it does, we must be strong in our resolve, and certain of the stakes at which we all risk. There is a wide difference between fighting for the good of Eorzea and fighting for the love of a man who died for the good of Eorzea. Eorzea must choose her own path. She cannot rely on grandfather to choose it for her, for he is gone. So he's saying that he's dead and it's just like a shade or something. Alright. I am glad that it is with you whom she makes this journey. If Eorzea is to discover a deeper purpose, then what better way to find one than at the side of Eorzea's greatest champion? 'Twas there that I found mine, after all. But 'tis past time I was gone. Fair fortune in your endeavors, Tiberius. Ah, Lieutenant Anil, was it? I would appreciate you making no mention of my presence here to my sister. Elven bow. Lady Eorzea is due to arrive at any moment. I shall abide in confident expectation of your triumphant return. Alright. Duty fires left with a new regular duty. I don't know what that means. Oh, this one, I'm guessing? Alright, so let's go ahead and get into second coil. There are only 4 of second and third coils, so I don't know if it's exactly the same. I can't remember, like exactly where you just, go through this. So let's see what's up. Oh, that looks cool. I don't know. It's like, I don't know. I don't say, just like it looks cool. Okay, the Black Shroud, Dalamud Shadow. That's a big chunk. Alright, so we gotta get over there. Yeah, the thing is, I'm noticing about this is it's got kind of like a... So I used to play a lot of Destiny raids once upon a time. Oh, what the... So I don't know what's going on with that. That was weird. Okay. Sorry, completely derailed me. It's like we're in a field or something. How strange. Why could we not see all this before? I suppose it is only to be expected that the corrupted crystals should accompany a disturbance of this magnitude. After all, the fragment likely pierced the ground at a depth many hundreds of yalms. Swirling aether leaking from the wound must warp the very air, creating a veil that hides these formations from view. Okay, so it's like a... I don't know what you want to call it. Well, if it is not as if we expected this to be a straightforward task, let's tread carefully, shall we, Tiberius? It is imperative that we both win to the depths of the structure and disable the mechanisms that powers Bahamut's regeneration. Of course, if we get the chance to encounter my grandfather upon the way, I shall not let him go again, not while there is hope that he may yet be saved. But mayhap we should put such thoughts from our minds until after we've successfully gained entrance to the place. That opening up ahead appears to be a suitable point of ingress. Yeah. I'm hoping it's going to shed some light on the whole Louis thing, because I don't understand, like... Alright. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Lunar golems. You know, that's an interesting thing. Oh, you're supposed to break that? Alright, well, we broke it, so there you go. Alright. No, just thinking about, like, the Lunar Bahamut thing. Kind of reminds me loosely of, like, how that had importance later on. I'll be real, I don't remember when that takes place. Was it, like, Stormblood? I can't remember. Or was that, like, a Endwalker thing? I can't remember. I have a brain like Swiss cheese and I remember things. But we're gonna break them crystals. Oh, bunch of plants. Excuse me, no one called you plant people? Oh, I missed that one. Alright. Alright, let's move it on. Okay. Oops, stuck. Alright, this looks like a boss arena, so I'm assuming we're gonna fight something. It's a giant plant! Let's see if I can kill it before it kills me. I'm just afraid that like one of these things is gonna have like an instant kill mechanic and it's not gonna matter. You know what I mean? Like I hit it, take half its health, and it goes, "Oh, you took half my health." Well, you know, something's supposed to happen when half my health goes away. So I grab the nearest adventurer or whatever, and then I kill him instantly. And then everyone you know, unless somebody does something, but there's no one else around to do something, and then I die. You know what I mean? But so far that hasn't happened, so that's pretty dope. So that's second coil turn 1 done. Let's see. I'm hoping to get all of coil done in one episode, because then we can move on to the next one, and that would be ideal. Also because the recording will be bigger than Xbox. I know that doesn't make any sense. That's just like an old... I live on old references that don't make sense. You guys want story time? Back in the day, during the OG Xbox in like 2001, it was considered a very large console, right? And so people used to talk about things, and they'd be like, they had the Duke controller, which was massive. Oh, we got timeout and story time. We got a cutscene. Okay, what do we got? That armor. No, it couldn't be. Be on your guard, Tiberius. Though it defies all reason that he should live, I know of only one who bears such armor. He whom the Empire raised as the High of the Black Wolf himself, the Legatus of the 7th Legion. Oh, okay, this is the guy from 1.0 that like was doing the whole thing, and he's the one that like launched the whole thing. I was watching a thing about 1.0 the other day, and they were talking about that. I speak of the madman who brought the Meteor Project to fruition. We face the White Raven, Nail Vest Darnus, harbinger of the 7th Umbral Era. Interesting. Nail Van Darnus. That was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised Age of Glory. It should not be uttered within these hallowed halls. Okay. Okay. Out of his love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named me Nail Dus Darnus. Okay. The one true deity? Bahamut? He speaks of Bahamut. O Lord Bahamut, thy name is as sweet as the water up to parched lips. How my heart swells to thy sacred touch. Interesting. If you didn't play 1.0, like, this would give you some context for 1.0 too. Because if you've never played 1.0, you would have no idea who this is, except for maybe, like, I think they passively mentioned him, like, one time throughout the whole 2.0 MSQ. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile its glory, and you will answer to me. That's certainly an exit. I half expected him to be standing, like, parallel to the wall. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like moon boots. I don't know. But... How is this possible? And for what Alphino has told me, Nail was slain on the eve of the calamity. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no reasoning with the worshippers of a primal. Okay, where am I going? I'm not going that way, I'm going this way. Anyway, so what I was saying was that the original Xbox was really big, and so was the controller, the Duke or whatever, and so people started saying when something was large, they go, it's bigger than Xbox, because it was like implied that the Xbox was so large that this thing, oh my gosh, it's massive, it's even bigger than an Xbox, i.e. it's bigger than Xbox. And I still say this stupid saying to this day, because I like to date myself and remind everyone that I'm on the eve of being 40 years old. So, In the meantime, back to the adventure at large. We are on a platform, which looks like a black boss platform. We're going to see what's happening. But I am intrigued by this. Alright, so we got some little dudes here. Good day, sirs. Alright. We're going. We're going somewhere. Oh, more ads. Alright. That one. They all gonna spawn right there? Nope, they're not all gonna spawn right there. Alright. So far, so good. I have no idea where we're going. I don't remember any of this. I'll stay in this corner so I can see the whole platform. There we go. What if I could just do that? Does that work? Ah. Do more of that. Just like nuke them from orbit. Hiya! Oh my gosh, it's making it so much faster. Okay, cool. Alright. I feel so busted OP, dude. It's great. I'm not gonna lie, I am having fun. Feeling busted OP is fun sometimes. I used to do that in Oblivion. Not so much in Skyrim, but Oblivion. I would go through and every once in a while I get like stupidly strong. And I'd be like, I'm just gonna fight like 20 time guards. And I'm normally like a super good guy, so I don't like to do that, but like, I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna fight like 20 town guards. It's gonna be great. Feeling busted OP is fun sometimes. It's a snake lady with swords. I am sorry that I must trivialize you. I'm being too egotistical. It's gonna get me killed. Oh. She's still alive. There we go. I was like, she's living. She's living. No. I don't know what that meant. What happens if she lives too long? Man. It's like a spoof, like, oh yeah, I'm going back through and back in time and killing all the bosses and stuff. This is entertaining in that regard. I am having like a comically good time. Alright, so we got that. That's the next one. Now let's get to the next one. Alright, 2 and 2 is complete. I do think they improved with turn 2. It's a lot more interesting than turn 1 was. Alright. Alright, turn 3, baby. Looking at the timer though, I don't think I'm gonna finish this in time to be I think I'll finish second coil, and then after second coil's done, then that'll be the end of the episode, and then I will resume it in the next episode. I'll get through final coil and the next one. I am reminded of the passages beneath Castrum Occidens. We must have traveled quite some distance below the surface. More of the same tunnels. 12 be good. Surely they cannot continue all the way down from the upper floors. 'Tis difficult to see inside, but I have a terrible feeling these corridors house more of the dreadful guardians you have already faced. It is said the Alligans excelled in creation of chimerical beasts, and that the Red Moon teemed with a thousand fantastical monstrosities, all to prevent the enemies of the ancient empire from releasing the Elder Primal. I wonder if the creatures that prowl these halls, could they be the beloved children of which Nail spoke about? Well, this is another mystery to ponder upon our return. Shall we continue onwards? Alright. But yeah, no, definitely we'll cut the episode once we finish second coil, and then we'll resume the next episode to do final coil. And then, I don't know how long final coil is going to take. It's probably not going to take long enough to be like a full episode. Now I got to figure this out. Okay, we'll do this. Alright. And then we'll just work from there. Excuse me, sir. Enough of this. So that's the plan. Let's get it going. It's like a maze. Oh gosh, look at the map. Got like stairs and everything else. They're just gonna blow me up and then disappear. That's unnecessary roughness, man. Alright. Kill all those guys off. Man, I have no idea where I'm even going. Open the frontal bulkhead. Alright. Well, let's just keep going, I guess? I don't know if I should be going up or down. I have no idea. Let's see. Mapping the Realm, second coil of Bahamut. Turn Bahamut 3. Man, I have a feeling, because I did all this. The thing is, this doesn't seem familiar. So whereas, like, first Binding Coil, like, made sense to me, and I remember doing that, I don't remember this at all. Which means one of two things. I'm sure I did this. Alright, I think I did this, I guess would be more accurate, right? But, like, we probably didn't do, like, a lot of exploring or anything. We probably did exactly what we were doing. Alright, this is good. This is where we're supposed to be. Good. But yeah, like, I don't even know, man. This is all, like, I'm beyond words, dude. I don't know. Getting achievements for, like, mapping the realm, like, I don't understand how I could not have. Alright, that thing looks ominous. You guys want to fight an ominous thing? I do. I do. Let's go show him our might. Let's go show him the man with hat might here. Alright, so he's gonna I have to chunk this guy a little bit. That's no problem. We'll hit him with a barrage. He'll be fine. Oh no. He was targeting me with something. I couldn't move. I was like, oh no, I can't move. Alright, thankfully I am busted OP and it is no longer an issue. But that's cool. Like, I don't know. Alright. Hang on a sec. Let's do a little experiment. I want to see something. Where is it? Okay, so Binding Coil, mapping the realm. Okay. So exploration. I don't know, it's out of sight. I don't know what I'm not what I'm looking for. Wait, here we go. Lanasia. Let's say the Black Shroud. No, it's not there. I don't know. This is all that stuff. Wait, duty? Sestasha, 1,000 miles to Teldrac, Hullbreaker Isle, Dusk Vigil. I'm trying to see if I can find. A lot of these are that. I don't think any of these are that. These are all like every dungeon, everything. I don't see some of them. It's gonna drive me crazy. Alright, so the Bind turn 1 doesn't even say when I did it. Turn 2, I got that one. Turn 3, Binding Coil. Okay, second Coil of Bahamut, turn 1. I got that one. 2, 3 we just got. But we don't have 4. 4 is not on here. And then final Coil of Bahamut 2 for some reason. I'm just very perplexed by this, like why I have some of them but I don't have others. That's very strange to me. So, alright, let's continue. Let's continue our campaign here. It's on to the last turn of second coil. So, all right, let's get her going. $6,329 yalms. Well, something's going on. Like in a sky underneath the ground, that's weird. And there's like another Dalamud in the background, that's weird. Some trippy stuff going on underneath the ground in this area. Seeing her without her red mage stuff is kind of weird. That surely cannot be Dalamud. How? Where are we? The final resting place of Nail Van Darnus. This is a grave for the undeserving. And for the crime of trespassing upon my god's sanctuary, this place shall serve as your grave, too. Oh no, he's gonna hit us with a final flash. No! Oh, knocked his helmet off. Okay. Is that a lady? It looks like a lady. Nail Deuce Darnus, okay. In the hour of his failure, Nail Van Darnus felt the currents of Aether begin to bear away his essence. But before oblivion could claim the last of him, a divine will reached out, and I was born. Then did the words of my God resound in mine ears. Bring unto mine enemies crushing defeat, that they know despair without end, and claim thee thus victory from which thou wert once denied. I thought Nail Darnus was a dude. I don't know. I'm very confused. He's also about to get like fire wings, I think. I am so confused by this. Oh, you're getting crazy eye things. That's cool though. Turn like a Dragoon Bahamut person. Oh, you're just turning into like a Bahamut lady. Okay. Sure. 'Twould seem that the little remained of Nail's essence within the Bahamut plucked him from the brink of oblivion, and the result was this strange simulacrum. Nevertheless, her aura bespeaks great power. She channels the rage of Elder Primal himself. Okay, so it was a dude that took him, plucked him, made this lady, and now she's the Elder Primal lady. Got it. That's enough for me. At least I understand. Lord Bahamut, thy wish in my command. None shall escape thine unquenchable fury. Come, ye dull, unthinking beasts, bare your teeth. They will avail you naught in the calamity to come. I thought someone else was walking up, but then it was just me. Suddenly, someone showed up. It's me! This lady. I'm reminded of the Ghostbusters. Alright, it's kind of cool. There's definitely a presence. The way that she looks seems loosely familiar. Alright. Alright, that, this, that, this. Oh no, she's gone. Okay, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I don't know what's going on, but it's gonna be fine. Can't hurt her. I don't know what that means, but we can't hurt her. I'm guessing, okay, the meteor thing, oh, good. Okay, I can hide behind this. So hide behind this. Oh, okay, maybe not hang behind this. Alright, you guys are with me. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're gonna see what happens. Thankfully, I take very little damage because I'm so OP. Alright, what's next? What are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh no, I'm being targeted by something else. I'm sure it's fine. No big deal. MBD. Alright, just keep moving. I don't know what's going on, but I know that it's generally not good to like stand there or whatever. Okay, we'll stand behind this rock. If I learn one thing, standing behind rock is very important. I have no idea what's going on. Oh man. Okay, so I still want her to do some giant like instant kill move that kills me, you know what I mean? Because I'm not behind the rock or whatever. I don't know if that happens, but would you want to be the one that finds out the wrong way? Nah, I mean, come on, fight me. Or are you scared? Come on. I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Predator. Oh gosh, 10 seconds for Mega Flare. Is that, I don't know, man, I don't know. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Oh lord. Okay. Turns out we are stupidly busted OP, and they cannot stop my power. Alright, I went to 24,000. Alright. Hit her with everything. Fire everything, like the guy in Star Trek 2009. Alright. I was worried, I was like, oh no. Get wrecked. Take your dirt nap, there you go. Oh, we're like in Cartno now. Or like, okay, we were in like a hologram of Cartno. That was cool, though. I didn't really get a chance to take it in, unfortunately. But then again, even if I was in a big fight, I probably wouldn't have had time to take it in then either. Alright, the second Coil of Bahamut is complete. Good. Alright. So far, so good as far as things go. I gotta be honest, I think the hardest part of this whole thing has just been, like, man, just dealing with the technicals of this, from not getting to be able to recruit people to trying to figure out, like, what's going on and everything else. So I'm gonna open this again, see what we get. Is there anything in here? Another weapons coffer. We'll discard that. I don't really need that, but another one of these. High elegant chest coffer. Elegant gear chest coffer. High elegant gear chest coffer. We're gonna discard that one because, I mean, like, why have the regular one if you can have the high one, right? So high elegant. Let's discard that one too. Alright, but I'll take it for, like, you might get some, like, music or something. You know what? I'm gonna open the other one. Because what if there's a music roll in there? High elegant crook and another weapons coffer. Well, you know. We're gonna discard that one too. Alright. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get out of here. Alright. And now we have to go, I'm assuming, back to the Waking Sands when we get there. Dalamud, where is this? What is this? The cerulean, oh, it's up by Blue Fog? Cerulean processing plant? Okay. Well, when we come back, we have final coil and, you know, everything else. So, as always, till next time.